Hey guys, welcome back. We're on day 8 of reading the Bible. Um, Before we get started on the next couple chapters in Genesis, I just want to update you guys and let you know that I'm still really feeling really good. So today I went to the grocery store and I get a lot of anxiety with going to the grocery store, with trying to figure out things to eat, with making a grocery list, with trying to figure out what to feed my daughter for the whole week. Um, and it's just something that I get a lot of anxiety about. And I've just been really um, part of when I've been praying, I've been asking God to help me with, finding options for food. And, you know, last night I was laying in bed trying to put my daughter to sleep, and something inside me was like, okay, go ahead and look at recipes on Pinterest. And normally I dread doing that because I get overwhelmed, I get anxious, I get upset and frustrated. And last night it was like I didn't even search for anything. I was just going through the home page looking at recipes, and I was finding all kinds of stuff. And I was having all these ideas, and it was going really great, and I was just like, wow, that never happens. And then today I was able to make my grocery list really easy. I got right up, took me and my daughter to the grocery store. Normally I have to have my husband go with me because I get so much anxiety that's I can't even handle going on my own. And no, today I just got right up and went, and everything was fine. And I was great. I didn't have any anxiety. I didn't get upset or frustrated. It was great. And I just, I'm finding that praying and reading the Bible and just really talking about God and watching videos, and the book I'm reading right now, which I mentioned a couple of days ago, it's about learning how to get rid of demonic strongholds and forces and all of that out of your life. I'll put the link in the comments if in case you're interested in reading it. It's a really great read. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really insightful and also eye-opening. Um, so yeah, it's great. I'll put it in the link and the comments. Um, and I just I'm feeling so much more calmer and peaceful, and my anxiety is lower. I'm feeling more positive. I'm feeling more um enjoying the little things in life, appreciating things more, feeling happier, and feeling lighter. And it's just so great. I just can't even begin to describe to you guys, even just in what, 2-ish weeks, because I actually started reading the Bible for 5 days before I started making the videos. So I just reread the first 5 days again to make these videos. But guys, I'm already seeing such a difference, and it's just great. And I'm just really excited to keep seeing where this goes. And um and with my bipolar disorder, I haven't been all over the place, because normally I'll go from high to low, kind of like a mini roller coaster. I'll just kind of just a little bit. And I feel like lately, since I started praying and stuff like that, I feel like I've been pretty stable and neutral for the most part. Um, and I'm just like, what? It's so crazy to me. If you had asked me a month ago, if this is what I would be thinking and feeling like right now because of God and reading the Bible, I would have said, you're crazy. And so to see such a difference so quickly is just I'm just so excited to see where this next year takes me and how my life changes. And I'm so excited to be sharing this, because I don't know, I have this gut feeling that this is gonna bring really great things to my life in this next year. And I'm meant to share this to inspire others, because the whole reason I started my YouTube channel was because I believe that there's more to life than that. You can overcome your mental health. You don't have to suffer from anxiety. You don't have to suffer from, bipolar disorder or depression or stress or all of this. Like, I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. I believe that these are things that you can overcome and live and cope and have balance in your life and have peace and happiness. And I believe that it's something you can manage. And, um, starting on this journey and it's leading me to this, and I'm already seeing a difference. It's like, I'm just so excited to see where it goes. So, I don't know, guys. I'm just feeling really good today, and I just really wanted to share. So, I'm going to stop rambling because I can do that sometimes. I'm so sorry. I'm working on it. But let's get started, guys.
The girl ran and told her mother's household about these things. Now Rebekah had a brother named Laban, and Laban ran out to the man at the spring. As soon as he had seen the ring and the bracelets on his sister's wrists, and when he had heard his sister Rebekah's words, "The man said this to me." He went to the man. He was standing there by the camels at the spring. Laban said, "Come, you who are blessed by the Lord. Why are you standing out here? I have prepared the house and a place for the camels." So the man came to the house, and the camels were unloaded. Straw and feed were given to the camels, and water was brought to wash his feet and the feet of the men with him. A meal was set before him, but he said, "I will not eat until I have said what I have to say." Laban said, "Please speak." "I am Abraham's servant," he said. "The Lord has greatly blessed my master, and he has become rich. He has given him flocks and herds, silver and gold, male and female slaves, and camels and donkeys."
Real quick, that's one thing that I find kind of like, I don't want to say annoying, but kind of like confusing, how like male and female slaves are seen as like a blessing. And I'm curious to see if in the future in the Bible, if this is like looked down upon as like a sin or something, because, obviously it's not a good thing to own people and slaves is not a good thing. So, um, yeah, I'm just really curious to see how this like evolves as the Bible goes on.
Sarah, my master's wife, bore a son to my master in her old age, and he has given him everything he owns. My master put me under this oath: "You will not take a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanites, in whose land I live, but will go to my father's family and to my clan to take a wife for my son." But I said to my master, "Suppose the woman will not come back with me?" He said to me, "The Lord before whom I have walked will send his angel with you, and make your journey a success, and you will take a wife for my son from my clan and from my father's family. Then you will be free from my oath if you go to my family and they do not give her to you. You will be free from my oath." Today, when I came to the spring, I prayed, "Lord, God of my master Abraham, if only you will make my journey successful. I am standing here at a spring. Let the young woman who comes out to draw water, and I say to her, 'Please let me drink a little water from your jug,' and who responds to me, 'Drink, and I'll draw water for your camels also.' Let her be the woman the Lord has appointed for my master's son." Before I had finished praying silently, there was Rebekah coming with her jug on her shoulder, and she went down to the spring and drew water. So I said to her, "Please let me have a drink." She quickly lowered her jug from her shoulder and said, "Drink, and I'll water your camels also." So I drank, and she also watered the camels. Then I asked her, "Whose daughter are you?" She responded, "The daughter of Bethuel, son of Nahor, whom Milcah bore to him." So I put the ring on her nose and the bracelets on her wrists. Then I knelt low, worshiped the Lord, and blessed the Lord, the God of my master Abraham, who guided me on the right way to take the granddaughter of my master's brother for his son. Now, if you are going to show kindness and faithfulness to my master, tell me. If not, tell me, and I will go elsewhere." Laban and Bethuel answered, "This is from the Lord. We have no choice in the matter. Rebekah is here in front of you. Take her and go, and let her be a wife for your master's son, just as the Lord has spoken." When Abraham's servant heard their words, he bowed to the ground before the Lord. Then he brought out objects of silver and gold and garments and gave them to Rebekah. He also gave precious gifts to her brother and her mother. Then he and the men with him ate and drank and spent the night. When they got up in the morning, he said, "Send me to my master." But her brother and mother said, "Let the girl stay with us for about 10 days. Then she can go." But he responded to them, "Do not delay me, since the Lord has made my journey a success. Send me away so that I may go to my master." So they said, "Let's call the girl and ask her opinion." They called Rebekah and said to her, "Will you go with this man?" She replied, "I will go." So they sent away their sister Rebekah with the one who had nursed and raised her, and Abraham's servant and his men. They blessed Rebekah, saying to her, "Our sister, may you become thousands upon 10,000s. May your offspring possess the city gates of their enemies." Then Rebekah and her female servants got up, mounted the camels, and followed the man. So the servant took Rebekah and left. Now Isaac was returning from Beer Lahai Roi, where he was living in the Negev region. In the early evening, Isaac went out to walk in the field, and looking up, he saw camels coming. Rebekah looked up, and when she saw Isaac, she got down from her camel and asked the servant, "Who is that man in the field coming to meet us?" The servant answered, "It is my master." So she took her veil and covered herself. Then the servant told Isaac everything he had done. And Isaac brought her into the tent of his mother Sarah and took Rebekah to be his wife. Isaac loved her, and he was comforted after his mother's death. Abraham had taken another wife, whose name was Keturah, and she bore him Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Jokshan fathered Sheba and Dedan. Dedan's sons were the Asherim, the Tushim, and Laamim. And Midian's sons were Ephah, Epher, Hanok, Abida, and Eldaah. All these were sons of Keturah. Abraham gave everything he owned to Isaac, but Abraham gave gifts to the sons of his concubines, and while he was still alive, he sent them eastward, away from his son Isaac, to the land of the east. This is the length of Abraham's life, 175 years. He took his last breath and died at a good old age, old and contented, and he was gathered to his...
I wonder if God lengthened his life to 175 years, because earlier, a few chapters ago, God had mentioned how he shortened the lifespan to about 130 years. So for Abraham to live to 175, that's a significant more time than 130 years. So I wonder if because Abraham was a prophet, and God was using him for a lot of things, I wonder if he extended his life or something. I don't know, maybe to have more children. I don't know. Just a thought.
His people. His sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, near Mamre, in the field of Ephron, son of Zohar, the Hethite. This was the field that Abraham bought from the Hethites. Abraham was buried there with his wife Sarah. After Abraham's death, God blessed his son Isaac, who lived near Beer Lahai Roi. These are the family records of Abraham's son Ishmael, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's slave, bore to Abraham. These are the names of Ishmael's sons. Their names according to the family records are Nebaioth, Ishmael's firstborn, then Kedar, Adbeel, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jeter, Naphish, and Kedema. These are Ishmael's sons, and these are their names by their settlements and encampments, 12 leaders of their clans. This is the length of Ishmael's life, 137 years. He took his last breath and died, and was gathered to his people. And they settled from Havilah to Shur, which is opposite Egypt as you go toward Asher. He stayed near all his relatives. These are the family records of Isaac, son of Abraham. Abraham fathered Isaac. Isaac was 40 years old when he took as his wife Rebekah, daughter of Bethuel the Aramean, from Padan Aram, and sister of Laban the Aramean. Isaac prayed to the Lord on behalf of his wife because she was childless. The Lord was receptive to his prayer, and his wife Rebekah conceived. But the children inside her struggled with each other, and she said, "Why is this happening to me?" So she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said to her, "Two nations are in your womb. Two peoples will come from you and be separated. One people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger." When her time came to give birth, there were indeed twins in her womb. The first one came out red-looking, covered with hair like a fur coat, and they named him Esau. After this, his brother came out grasping Esau's heel with his hand, so he was named Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when they were born. When the boys grew up, Esau became an expert hunter, an outdoorsman, but Jacob was a quiet man who stayed at home. Isaac loved Esau because he had a taste for wild game, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Once when Jacob was cooking a stew, Esau came in from the field exhausted. He said to Jacob, "Let me eat some of that red stuff because I'm exhausted." That is why he was always named Edom. Jacob replied, "First, sell me your birthright." "Look," said Esau, "I'm about to die, so what good is a birthright to me?" Jacob said, "Swear to me first." So he swore to Jacob and sold his birthright to him. Then Jacob gave bread and lentil stew to Esau. He ate, drank, got up, and went away. So Esau despised his birthright. There was another famine in the land in addition to the one that had occurred in Abraham's time. And Isaac went to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, at Gerar. The Lord appeared to him and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land that I tell you about. Stay in this land as an alien, and I will be with you and bless you. For I will give all these lands to you and your offspring, and I will confirm the oath that I swore to your father Abraham. I will make your offspring as numerous as the stars of the sky. I will give your offspring all these lands, and all the nations of the earth will be blessed by your offspring, because Abraham listened to me and kept my mandate, my commands, my statutes, and my instructions." So Isaac settled in Gerar. When the men of the place asked about his wife, he said, "She is my sister." For he was afraid to say my wife, thinking the men of the place will kill me on account of Rebekah, for she is a beautiful woman. When Isaac had been there for some time, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked down from the window and was surprised to see Isaac caressing his wife Rebekah. Abimelech sent for Isaac and said, "So, she is really your wife. How could you say, 'She is my sister'?" Isaac answered him, "Because I thought I might die on account of her."
I feel so bad for Abimelech. Like he's been lied to twice now by Isaac and Abraham about these women, their wives. I don't just funny to me. Um, or I just feel bad for Abimelech. He seems like a nice guy.
Then Abimelech said, "What have you done to us? One of the people could easily have slept with your wife, and you would have brought guilt on us." So Abimelech warned all the people, "Whoever harms this man or his wife will certainly be put to death." Isaac sowed seed in that land, and in that year he reaped 100 times what was sown. The Lord blessed him, and the man became rich and kept getting richer until he was very wealthy. He had flocks of sheep, herds of cattle, and many slaves, and the Philistines were envious of him. Philistines stopped up all the wells that his father's servants had dug in the days of his father Abraham, filling them with dirt. And Abimelech said to Isaac, "Leave us, for you are much too powerful for us." So Isaac left there, camped in the Gerar Valley, and lived there. Isaac reopened the wells that had been dug in the days of his father Abraham, and that the Philistines had stopped up after Abraham died. He gave them the same names his father had given them. Then Isaac's servants dug in the valley and found a well of spring water there. But the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's herdsmen and said, "The water is ours." So he named the well Esek, because they argued with him. Then they dug another well and quarreled over that one also. So he named it Sitnah. He moved from there and dug another, and they did not quarrel over it. He named it Rehoboth, and said, "For now the Lord has made space for us, and we will be fruitful in the land." From there he went up to Beersheba, and the Lord appeared to him that night and said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bless you and multiply your offspring because of my servant Abraham." So he built an altar there, called on the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there. Isaac's servants also dug a well there. Now Abimelech came to him from Gerar with Ahuzath his adviser and Phicol the commander of his army. Isaac said to them, "Why have you come to me? You hated me and sent me away from you." They replied, "We have clearly seen how the Lord has been with you. We think there should be an oath between two parties, between us and you. Let us make a covenant with you. You will not harm us, just as we have not harmed you, but have done only what was good to you, sending you away in peace. You are now blessed by the Lord." So he prepared a banquet for them, and they ate and drank. They got up early in the morning and swore an oath to each other. Isaac sent them on their way, and they left him in peace. On that same day, Isaac's servants came to tell him about the well they had dug, saying to him, "We have found water." He called it Sheba. Therefore, the name of the city is still Beersheba today. When Esau was 40 years old, he took as his wives Judith, daughter of Baari the Hethite, and Basemeth, daughter of Elon the Hethite. They made life bitter for Isaac and Rebekah.
I feel like I wish I had like almost like a diagram, like a family tree or something where like so far I've been like, you know, where one person had this many kids and then do like the little lines and then their kids and like and then the places, just because I feel like there's so many like names and people and places, and sometimes I get like I feel like a little confused sometimes. I feel like I wish I had like a diagram or something. I don't know. I don't have time to make a diagram. But just a thought I had. And I'm interested to see what tomorrow's chapters are, because this last line saying they made life bitter for Isaac and Rebecca sounds like some drama is going to happen tomorrow. So I'm interested to see what happens. But guys, I have to say it again. I'm just feeling really good. You know, I feel like it's only been like around 2 weeks or so since I've started praying and reading the Bible and, opening my heart and mind to God, reading this book that I'm going to put in the comments. I'll pin it at the top for you guys. This book has really been helping a lot. It's really opening my eyes to how, Satan and demonic strongholds and how like the darkness can wiggle its way into your life. And it's really giving me a lot of insight. It's really giving a lot of like tips. It's really giving a lot of like clarification. It's like opening my eyes. And it's really helpful. It's helping me a lot. Because I feel like it's helping just change my mindset on certain things, how I see certain things. And I don't know, it just feels really, really good to feel this way because, you can just watch a couple of my, even one of my vlogs when I was doing, I think it was like 7 or 8 weeks where I did vlogs of daily life with me dealing with bipolar disorder and anxiety. And you can see like the anguish just in 1 week where I was just all over the place. And it's just, and that this year is not even, I've been way worse than this year. So, um, I just, it's just so nice to finally be getting some relief and feel like I'm going in a direction that's going to give me relief long term, that's going to give me relief in my day to day. And so it's just like, and it doesn't cost me anything. It's free. It's free to pray. It's free to let God into your life. It's free to, well, I guess you have to pay for the Bible if you don't, have a Bible of your own, or, this app, Dwell, that I'm reading, that you're seeing here. It's reading to you. That's, you have to pay yearly for it. It's like 50 or $60. So, I guess that's not free. But, praying is free. Pray to God. Say, hey, I want to read your word. Help me out. Can you help me get a Bible for free? I can't afford one. Or watch my videos. I'm doing it for you. It's completely free. Watch my videos and read the Bible with me. I'm not charging you anything. So, hey guys, it's just give it a try. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, I've felt such a difference, but you have to really commit. You can't just be like, oh, I believe in God. Like, you have to really let him in. You have to pray, you have to read his word, and you have to really like take it in. Like, I've actually, the past couple of days, I've been going back and rereading the chapters again for a third time. So I've been reading these chapters 3 times a day. I read it when I record it. I read it for a second time when I'm doing this video. And then later on, when I'm usually putting my daughter for a nap or bedtime, I'll re-watch my video and read the chapters again. And because I feel like I really, really want to understand and really sink in what's being said. And let me tell you, after the third time, I feel like I really am like, okay, like I'm understanding, it's sinking in, and it's really helping. Now, I know some people out there, you may not have the time and it's really hard for you. Just do what you can, like at least at minimum, pray once a day and really just try to start developing, a relationship with God, and then try to at least, read a couple chapters like I am at least once a day. Just, and if you're having trouble figuring out where you can fit it in, pray about it. Say, hey, God, I really want to try this and let you into my life and read your word, but I'm having trouble managing my time or figuring out how to make time for it. Help me out. Just really just, I'm telling you guys, like it's amazing. Like I can't even, you just have to do it for yourself. So I'm gonna go because I can just keep talking forever because I'm just having a really good day, and I just I feel like I just want to spread the love, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go because I'll just keep talking. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.